Hi there, I'm Brian Burkhart from Square Planet, and this edition of Orange, our monthly newsletter to help you become an effective communicator. And I'm in Las Vegas, big, beautiful Las Vegas. We're in the Bellagio ballroom. This is a big set. We just finished doing an awards program for one of our clients, and I wanted to take this opportunity to talk to all of you about zones. You see, this is a big ballroom. We had about 2,000 people in here, and you have to know how to engage your audience. And zones is the way we do that. There is a professor at Northwestern that I work with. His name is Mike Moyers. He wrote a really fascinating book called The Pitch Ninja. And in The Pitch Ninja, he talks about zones. And I want to explain that to all of you right now. In this large ballroom setting, the place I am right now, this is zone 2. This is the safe zone. This is the spot where the majority of our presentations and presenters take to the stage and speak to the audience. But it's not the only spot. There's zones 3 and 1. Zones 1 is way out there. That's the audience. That's all of those people out in the house. And they're far, far away, disengaged from me, the presenter. Zone 3 is far behind me. It's way back there. In fact, it's almost so far back that I have to be careful and not fall off the stage. Zone 3 is so disengaged that you feel completely cut off. You can't connect with your audience, and it just doesn't feel quite right. Now, I admit, this is a big ballroom. It's not typical in most situations, but the idea of zones absolutely translates. Think about things like boardrooms or even smaller meetings where there's screens and slides in the back. The furthest point of the room, the back point, that's zone 3. And you can interact with those slides. You can interact with that space, but understand that the majority of your presentation should be right here in zone 2. And of course, zone 1 out here is the house, but in your world, it might be a little bit more intimate. And in fact, it's more in people's face. What I mean is, if I come out to the house, if I head this way, I'm going to start making these people uncomfortable. The more time I spend out here, the more time I'm in the house, the more time they think, oh man, get him back to the stage. It's just not quite right. And there's another part of it. In a big room like this, it's dark. As often as this happens, and we see this a lot in these large situations, presenters want to get off the stage, and we discourage it because they end up in the dark. Their lights are back there. Their audience members feel uncomfortable as they're kind of in their space. Zone 1 is uncomfortable. You want to spend as little time there as you possibly can. You know, another question we get all the time is, what do I do with my hands? Well, hands, we all have them. It's a pretty typical thing. One thing that you should never do is close yourself off to the audience. You never want to fold your arms. You seem disengaged and tight and concerned. You want to be open and free. But you also don't want to be so comfortable that you have your hands in your pockets. That's a casual to too far kind of casual. What we like to recommend and tell people is a single hand in a pocket at a time. And be natural, use your hands, talk to the full room, be comfortable. Don't do this, you never want to cover your face, and you never want to be too low. You want to use your hands in a natural, comfortable environment. Typical elbow bend, simple stuff. It's actually straightforward. It's a weird question that we get all the time. What should I do with my hands? And really, it's just be yourself. Be natural. Just don't close and don't go too deep in the pockets. So, zones, remember, zone 2, right here, that's your primary spot. Zone 1, don't take it too long, you gotta get in and get out. In zone 3, it's fine to engage, but understand you're so far away, the audience might lose you. And hands, be natural, be yourself. Don't cover your face and don't close yourself off. For Orange, I'm Brian Burkhart. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you real soon.